This is the ChieAdt heated socks with app control. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the instruction manual, 2 batteries, 1 for each of course. Here is a mesh laundry bag that you can use to launder them with, and yep, they're machine washable. You just have to take the batteries out. The batteries go in these little compartments here with a button on them, and it has the wire that plugs in. I'll show you all this in detail, of course, a little bit later. So depending which foot you wear these on, you can have the batteries on the inside of your legs or on the outside. Totally up to you which way you want to do it. The charge cable is USB to 2 USB-C ports on them, and these are the batteries. They're both the same, of course. Right there is the USB-C, and then there is going to be the connection right over here that the socks plug into. Okay, so they charge through that, and then you plug them in through that connector to make them work. This also has app control, but we're going to get into all that a little bit later. Let me just tell you a little bit about these here. These batteries are 8,000 milliamp hours, and they can last for up to 10 hours. Now, you have different temperatures you can set these to. Okay, they're going to heat down here, but not up here. All right, so just the foot part of them is what's going to heat, which is generally where you need it because your legs aren't that bad, you know. And these will heat. You can set the temperature between 86 and 156 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, it'll last up to 10 hours. That's going to be at 86 degrees, and you can do the math for all the rest. If you put it on the maximum heat, you might get 4 or 5 hours out of them, out of the batteries before they need to be recharged. Otherwise, you'll get 10 at the lowest setting. Now, like I said, this has app control. You have a button right on here, and when you press it, you can see 4 little lights light up there. That just shows the state of charge of the battery. Same with the other one, of course. But you can also control the socks with it when you have it plugged into that, and I'm going to show you how you can do that a little bit later. The other option is you can get the Syncker app, and that will allow you to control them using your phone or tablet or other device as such, just like that. And with the app, you also have a timer, so you can have them turn off after a certain amount of time. Might be good if you're going to be active outside when it's cold out. You know, in the house, it tends to get, your feet tend to get kind of cold, so maybe you put them on, leave them run for an hour, and then maybe you're good, you know, something like that. And you can help conserve the battery in case it gets, you know, a lot more freezing that day or something like that. As I had stated before, they are machine washable, and they give you a mesh laundry bag there. These are available in different sizes. There's extra small, large, and extra large. They are made out of a cotton poly blend, and they're ideal for skiing and camping and other outdoor activity in the winter right there. Let me just show you, they are nice and stretchy. You see? So they're nice, you know, they're going to fit pretty nice. All different sizes, just like that. You buy the approximate size you need, and in the listing, it does show what the approximate size of that is. And of course, you can wear shoes, boots, sneakers, anything you want with these as well. No need for that for this demonstration. So with that, let me go ahead and show you how the batteries work so you can control the temperature. Then I'll show you the app, then I'll put them on, and we'll go from there. So for manual control, it's real easy. You just plug them into the little port on the side there. There it is. And when you do that, the 4 lights are going to show up, or however much battery charge you have, like that. And then you have the button here. You're going to hold that down, and now we have 4 red lights. So that's going to be the highest temperature. You press, one goes out, so now you get the 3rd highest, 2nd highest, and then the lowest When you press again, it goes back to high like that. You want to turn them off, hold the button down, and the red lights go out. The green there is going to go away in another minute or so. Again, that's just showing the state of charge right there. But like I said, you can also get the Syncker app, so let's go to the phone and set it up that way. So here we are in the Syncker app, and we're going to simply hit add device. And there you go, they both show up. And now we're all set. So we can just hit one of them right here, go into it, and now, of course, at the top, you can control Celsius or Fahrenheit right there. The two that are here, you see if I hit the left one, that goes out. So now we're only controlling the right one. You can turn that back on and disable the right one, so then you only control the left one. So if your left foot is colder than the right, you can change it individually if you want, but both is going to be fine right there. Now you have some preset temperatures. That's basically the different, lowest, second highest, third highest, and then high that we saw on the battery packs before, like that. So you can simply do that, or you can just dial in whatever temperature you want, just like that. Okay, so that's good right like that. And then if you want a timer, you can set that. So right there, it tells you 95 minutes. We'll call that good. There's also a fast heat option, which is going to set it to the highest that it's going to go. And then it's going to, once it gets up to temperature, it's going to cool back down to, I guess, the highest temperature that's there of 149. So 158 is like the warm-up thing, and that way it gets it to the highest temperature the fastest, and then you go from there. So let me go ahead and put these on now, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I have them on. As you see right here, they are very, very comfortable. Okay, you can see like that. Battery pack, I chose to put it on the outside. Again, if you want to put it on the inside, that's fine as well, just like that. They are extremely comfortable, but they are also very, very thick. So you want to keep that in mind depending on what kind of shoes or boots or anything like that you're going to be wearing, to make sure that everything is going to fit nicely as such. So we're going to go ahead and go into the app and turn them on. Now with the app on screen, we can go ahead and turn it on. And you see that on the app I have both selected. So they both turned on. And they're both set to 95 degrees. I do feel warmth now. And it's actually kind of nice. I don't have the heat on in the house. It's not particularly cold, but it's a little cool in here. And down by the floor, of course, where your feet are, is colder. So, yeah, they're on. But we're going to go ahead and hit the fast heat and let that cook for a few minutes. Here's a shot off to the side. You can see the battery pack right there. And, of course, it's on the outside on my other leg right there. And otherwise doing quite well. They've been heating up, and I certainly do feel it. Yeah, I think at this point we're going to cool them down a bit. So you could just dial that temperature in right there. 115, you know what I like is the different buttons like that. Because like in my car, I got, 4 speeds on the blower fan. So it's kind of like that. And you just select the one you want, and it's right there. You're never going to feel the difference between 113 and 115. But you do have a spread between 113 and 131. You might want, 125. Something like that. You got to play around with it and see what you like as far as that goes. So once again, this was the ChieAdt heated socks with app control. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.